What's happening, traders? Welcome back to another live stream. I hope you all are good. It's Thursday. It's currently 4:45 here in the UK, and we're going to jump on here for a couple of hours, and we're going to hang out, see what we can find on the charts, and see if we can find a decent setup today. I haven't really traded today at all because I've just been busy with stuff going on. So we're just going to be looking at Forex today. We're not on the top step. Not going to trade the top step challenge today. We're actually going to trade our Forex account. This is an old trade that I did not actually take. That was a just a draw in. Must have been the other day because couldn't have been today. That's kind of weird. Anyway, we're going to be looking at US oil. We're looking at gold, and we're looking at GJ. I've actually just looked at GJ, and GJ has given us a setup immediately off the bat. So we're just going to jump into the charts now and basically hang out and find some trades, hopefully. There we go. Just going to get you guys up. Okay, so GJ straight off the bat is actually giving us a setup here. We've got pretty interesting stuff. We've had liquidity grab off the bottom of the Asia range. I've literally jumped onto charts right now, so this is just immediate immediate analysis. I can see that we've just kind of hit in a level of resistance here, which is actually the resistance from the Asia range here, and also we've got a little bit of a minor support here. Looking a little something like that, as you can see. Basically, what we'd like to really see is this break out of here, because we've got a really clean range between here and here. Now, we could take an early trade here, as we're getting a pullback on this fairly new or very new 15-minute candle. And the trade would look something a little like this. And so I'm just going to have a little look to see what we've got going on. It's looking very promising, actually. But before we jump into this, although the more we push down, the lower risk trade we have, and the better, greater reward we get. So we could look for a trade here. It's a little bit quick, really, for my liking. But this setup here that we've got, that's already given us an entry. We are reacting off this resistance. I'd like to see price basically break above there before we take an entry. But you know what? For this 5 pips, I'm going to take this here. Okay, if we get stopped out for 5 pips, we get stopped out for 5 pips. But we've got a potential gain of 24 pips. Sometimes we jump into the charts and you know, your strategy is right in front of you. Sometimes you just got to take it. Sometimes it won't play out. Other times it will. So we're looking up for price to go up to there. Okay. Not looking the best because we have got this resistance here. But just going to the higher time frames. Let's just have a quick look what's going on. Big rejection on the 30-minute. Well, we'll see. Because this candle is very young. It's only 3 minutes old. It's got more than 3/4 of its life left. So well, about 3/4 of its life left. So we can see price potentially come down here, take a liquidity grab off the bottom of this move here, and then we could flip up bullish and break out, and we could come up into this fair value gap, which is a clean range from this resistance here, okay, and this resistance here. That is a clean range through. If we can break out the top there, I've decided to enter early because of this price action situation that I've been given. Okay, and if I see this price action situation, that is part of my strategy. And because we've had a pullback, we can take a really low risk trade, which we've done on my Forex account on my phone. Not looking the best. Okay, we're only risking 6 pips, so which is not even going to be 1% on my account, to be honest. But let's see how this plays out. Looking at the other pairs, just while we're having a look, we've missed an opportunity here on oil on the 15-minute. Okay, we're coming up to a high volume zone on the left, so we could look for price potentially turn around and come back. We've missed lots of opportunities on oil today while being out. We do have major news at 7 o'clock. We've got the Fed Chair Powell speech. Okay, so that's going to cause some volatility for us. But we probably won't be streaming around then because that is still about 4 hours away, 3.5 hours away or so. So GJ is now pushing into profit a little bit, okay, which is a good sign. But basically what we've had is basically a bit of a liquidity grab off the bottom of this low here, also taking out the liquidity of the Asia lows. And now I'm looking for price to come and fill this beautiful clear traffic range down there. So let's see. Thank you for everyone in the chat. If we could get those likes up, it'd be really good. It really does help the stream. I do appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving over the last few streams. It's been really sick. So yeah. Let's look at gold. Oh, sorry, that was gold we were looking at. Oil is much the same as gold, really. We've missed a beautiful opportunity that I can see here. We also missed a good opportunity. Where is it? It was on the higher time frame. I looked at this gold earlier this morning. I think it was on the 1 hour. Was it the 1 hour? No, it was the 2 hour, I think. No, actually, it didn't give us what I was looking for in the end. I wanted to see this candle break out of this top here, which would have given us an entry. It never did that, so. But as I said, I haven't been able to trade at all today until now, which is why we're coming on. Oh. Right. So yeah, for those of you just joining, I just entered a really low risk trade here on GJ. Pretty much as soon as I went live, I saw the opportunity, which is got potential, but we, at the end of the day, it's a very low risk trade, so I'm not too worried about if we lose this. It's not even going to be 1% on the account, probably 0.25% loss, but a potential gain of well, 1 to 4, so we could basically get a 1% gain on the account here. The idea is that we've got a really nice situation here where we've got very, very clean traffic. I could have waited for a break of this area, but we had a price action situation where we had a bullish candle, a bearish indecision. That next bullish candle broke out the high of that candle, triggering us into a buy if we'd seen this earlier on anyway, and our stop would have been below this blue candle here. So we actually got in on the pullback, which has given us a really nice tight stop, and we can look for now for this candle to potentially flip up bullish, or the next one, or the next one, and then maybe take out this fair value gap, come up to this supply zone, and then move down from there potentially, or we could just push down and we lose out, but we've lost a very small amount because we got a really nice risk to reward ratio. So there we go. Looking at the other pairs, not much going on, to be honest. Oh, look at, all right, this is basically what we've just seen on GJ, right? You see this bullish move, bearish indecision. We respected the low and broke out the high. Unfortunately, didn't get to the charts in time, but this is an absolutely textbook strategy. This is my strategy that I use most of the time. Those who've been in the channel for a long time know we used to use supply and demand. We still do from time to time, but we've kind of brought that back into price action. If you watched yesterday's video, we took a beautiful trade off of this setup here on US oil. Okay, so if you want to check that out later, that's the most recent video on the channel. And let's just have a look. Oh, did we get stopped out there? Not quite yet, but we're looking like we're probably going to get stopped out any second here on the GJ trade, which is not the end of the world. But you can see when we were on the 15-minute chart, same situation as we saw on US oil for the hour. Okay, same situation. We had bullish move. Unfortunately, that GJ trade, I think we just got stopped out. Oh no, not quite yet. No, not quite yet. We're still in it to win it. Yeah, so exactly the same situation. Obviously, we've got this resistance here, but the great thing that I liked about this is that we've got that clear traffic up there, and you can see when prices entered into this zone once before, it shot up. Once it's entered in there again, it shot down. So if we can get price to go back in there, it's likely history will repeat itself and we'll get a push through that zone because there is a low volume area, aka low traffic area. So we shall see. We shall see. So yeah, price is pushing up now. We did push down. We made some equal lows on our stop loss candle here. So we're just going to look for see if we can get a flip up bullish. Unlikely. I think this is not looking too good, but let's see. Let's look at the other pairs then. Oil. Oil's had a great day. Reacting off this area to the left here. Okay, and price is pushing down now. Basically, I'm looking for a very certain setup today, and I like to call it a price action setup. It's very simple. It involves 3 candles. We've already had one setup here. It hasn't played out yet, but I can show you a perfect example on oil from the hourly chart, which is basically this setup here. A bullish move, a bearish indecision candle, respect the low, but sometimes it may tip down below the low and then flip up bullish and break out the high. That's also still valid, and then we can look for a trade up. Sometimes I go for a 1-to-1. Sometimes I look to manage the trade by going down to lower time frames and looking for sorry, just got an important email come in. Looking for my targets. Okay, so here we would have already made, if we managed to catch this, we could have got up to around 46 pips or so on oil. Unfortunately, didn't get to the charts in time, didn't get to see it. But let's see. So yeah, we're only going to be trading oil, gold, and GJ today. Hey, ES, how's it going, man? Long time no see. Welcome back. I'm doing good, thank you. I've had a little bit of a break. We've got an advert going on our music right now. Had a little bit of a break, but we are back with plenty of streams, plenty of content coming, and I appreciate you coming back and hanging out, dude. So yeah, we're just trading a little bit of Forex today. Well, some GJ, some oil, and gold. Not on the top step. We have got one trade which we very nearly got stopped out here. We're looking for this GJ trade to potentially push up. We've got a really nice low risk 6 pip stop. Basically, the idea was we had a bullish candle, bearish indecision, breaking out the high. Okay, we then had an immediate pullback almost as we got onto the chart, so we decided to take the low risk trade of 6 pips for potential gain of 24 pips, coming up into this really clear range, which you can see in the past price has absolutely shot through. So if price can push back into that range, then hopefully we can get a push up too. But really nice to see you, man. Hope you're all good. Hope the trading's going good. Pushing back into profit now. What do you think of the buy stop, sell stop news strategy? I'm going to be honest, I don't know much about it. I've never really heard of it. I guess you're kind of setting a buy stop and a sell stop and then waiting for news to be volatile, and then price is going to shoot through one or shoot through the other. We're pushing into a nice bit of profit now. This is what I wanted to see on this trade. Okay, so I'm happy with how this is going. Have you been using it? Have you been testing it? How's it been going for you? This is not a trade, by the way, just drawing these in here and there to see what's going on. So yeah, gold actually giving us the same situation as well. You see what we're looking for? This very simple price action. If we got a buy off here, we could have easily already collected 300 odd pips if we were pushing up. So it's very simple stuff. Very simple stuff. Unfortunately, we're too late to the party on this one, so I can't take it now. But we can look for other situations. Okay, we may be getting another situation here now on gold. We're going to get 26 minutes closures, sorry, 23 seconds until the closure on the 10-minute chart. Let's have a look at the oil candle. Oil candle's looking pretty bearish after the touch into this previous New York kill zone, which was a supply zone. That GJ trade is now pushing up beautifully. Okay, that candle's now flipped bullish, which is great. We nearly got stopped out. I mean, like, very nearly, but we're about a pip away or so. And the idea for this trade is we're looking for price to potentially push up into this clear zone here and push up. Been forward testing it. It's working, but risky. Yeah, obviously trading the news is always going to be pretty damn risky. But, you know, trading is risky. If you can keep your risk to a minimum while you're trading that and your gains to a maximum, pretty much like we did here, we had that opportunity where in this normal situation, a buy here would be the breakout of this high, and that would enter me into the trade. My stop would be below this candle, about where it is now. But we managed to come in a little bit late. This candle had already pushed down to this point, so I thought, you know, the fact that we can get in an entry with 6 pips as a risk for potential gain of up to this point. This is about 0.25% risk on my account. So potentially if we get up to here, this is 1 to 4 basically, so it's about a 1% gain on the account if we can get up to this point. Obviously now I'm looking for price to break above this minor support and fairly strong resistance from the Asia range. If we can get out there, as you can see, prices in this area has pushed and sold very quickly, so hopefully we can get that to continue. With gold, what I'm looking for is potentially now, I don't really know, I think gold's going to continue up. What I could look for here is for this candle to fit bullish and break out the high. It is very young, so we could get that, and we could come up to take out liquidity up here. We've also got equal high liquidity here and above yesterday's Asia range, which I think price is kind of heading that way. Bitcoin's done very well today. I don't know if you've seen that. It's got up to 37,000. Not that gold and Bitcoin is correlated, but sometimes they both do well on the same day, and that has happened today. So what we could, as I say, what we could be looking for, we could take a trade now, right? Because my setup would basically mean I would like this candle to flip bullish, break out this high, and then potentially target this this liquidity up here, and also the liquidity above this point here, which is yesterday's Asia range, and there's lots of liquidity above that because look at this move from that point. Okay, so I think gold is heading that way. So I'm definitely bullish on gold. I can obviously, this is a high volume zone. If we get out our volume indicator tool from high to low, okay, there is a high volume cluster here which we're tapping into, but the highest volume cluster is here, not quite the point of control, which is obviously all of today's consolidation down here, but this is the other highest volume cluster, which I think price is going to continue to. So technically we could take a buy here on gold, and do you know what, because it's such a low risk trade, I'm going to go for it. This candle's now flipping bullish, which is always a good sign. We actually got in about there. So I have our stop just below the low here. Okay, and then we can look to target the liquidity up here. Like that. Okay. Now we may get stopped out pretty quickly on this trade. As I say, super low risk. And then if this doesn't happen, if we do get stopped out, then we can look either for selling opportunities after that, or if prices does push up, we can look to potentially add positions, because if we do get this candle flipping up bullish, breaking out the high, that is an entry for us anyway, so we could add a second entry. But I think we're probably going to get stopped out right now. No, we're still in. Okay, there's the yeah, we got stopped out there. So took a real quick entry there. That was a very low risk trade again. GJ is still pushing up, which is fine. So about break even on both of those trades there. I think what we might be doing is filling in this gap before we might push up from there, but we'll see. We shall see. Now, obviously, with these trades, I'm not afraid to take like these trades quickly because I'm looking for a 4.76 risk to reward ratio here on this trade, which is obviously going to pay back this and a lot more. So I'm not too worried about that loss there. What we could do is target the bottom of this high volume area, high volume cluster before we take out the liquidity. But I think price is going to keep going up today. GJ's trying. The 20 minutes actually just given us a second entry here with this bearish indecision candle and breaking out the high. Let's see. Right, let's get rid of this for confusion's sakes. So I think we're going to have a rebound off this area. But we'll see. I went a little bit hasty there. But that's alright. How is the, if you're still here, ES, how's the new strategy been? Has it been profitable in your forward testing? Or have you kind of like breaking even with it? Or have you, you know, how's it been? Okay, oil, we missed an opportunity here on oil. With this bearish move, bullish indecision, we actually broke out the low. And yeah, we missed an opportunity there, which is a shame. Yo, Rohit, what's going on? Nice to see you, man. Hope all is well. Thanks for joining. Okay, after this big sort of bullish movements, it's not the best time to be trading. There's going to be some sort of consolidation likely inbound soon. As I say, GJ. Ah, look at this. I'm annoyed we missed this 5-minute opportunity on here. All good. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Like to hear that. Yeah, really missed a absolute beauty here. Very simple stuff. Could potentially have targeted a 1 to 2 here, coming down to this high volume zone, which was a demand zone. Unfortunately, is what it is. We missed it because we were too busy watching gold. That's a shame. But never mind. But never mind. It worked last CPI, but I had my stop lost too tight. Right now, just waiting for next CPI. Yeah, fair. Well, it's good to see. There's also, we was doing some research on the new strategies, and I was looking. I think it was CPI or was it NFP? I think it's a bit of both. But usually, if there's a big spike, I think it was something like 7 to 8 out of 10 of them will completely retrace back to their original starting point. And if you go back across the the history of those news releases, you do see it very often that the price will push up massively and then it will reverse back and then completely retrace itself. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, obviously, but it does happen very regularly. And if you can get to a point where you can notice a change in character of the trend, and obviously things are going to change, then you could ride price back down. I think actually the last NFP didn't do that, but trying to see if there's another one. GJ doesn't normally have that issue. Gold's just been absolutely, usually on the indices though, to be fair. That's where it normally happens. Right, so that GJ trade is still up in some profit, which is good to see. I want to keep an eye on the other pairs, because obviously we just missed an absolute stonker on oil. Yeah, real shame we missed this one. But we also missed out on this situation here. We were a little bit late to the party on this one, but we could have taken this. So this one here, I'll explain it real quick. Obviously we're in an upward trend. We have another one here. But what we're looking for, what we had was a liquidity grab off of a lower time frame range. Okay, so if I go down to the 1 minute chart, you can see that we had this range, right? Okay, and then the range is probably from this low to this low. This is the liquidity grab below these equal lows, and then price pushed up after that. So if we go to the 5 minute, we're going to see that we had this range, this blue candle. If it's indecision like that on the lower time frames, it's going to be a range. Okay, this next candle opened, we liquidity grabbed off the bottom. Okay, took that liquidity, and then price pushed up and we broke out the high, and that could have triggered us into a trade also. As you can see here, if we go to lower time frames, this is also a range. Okay, we've got a range here from here to here. Bit of a liquidity grab off the top, but we're looking for price to break out the bottom and then price push down. Very simple price action. It is quite literally just the price action candles, nothing else to it. It's very simple stuff. Very annoyed on that one, because look, we could have really got down to our 1 to 2 basically there. But it's okay, we'll find another. Big pullback now on oil. Very big pullback. So that would have been our 1 to 2 there on the 5 minute. 100%. Yeah, we would have smashed that easily. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Appreciate the likes, guys. I see we're up to 2 likes. Thank you. It really does help the stream. So appreciate you. We've had a similar situation here on the GJ again. We've had this bullish move, bearish indecision candle. Okay, you can see the bulls won on this candle. We then broke out the high. We've pulled back a little bit now, but now I'm anticipating price to push up. If we were going for a 1 to 2 on this trade, it looks something like this, and then we could go up to, well, basically up to this resistance up here. So let's see. Didn't mean to do that. Put that back there. No, where is it? On 30. What was it, the 15? I think it was the 15. I drew that in. Yeah, the 15. But let's see. All we can do is wait and see. But yeah, if you go back and look at the CPIs and just see how price reacted, obviously as news happened, but then more importantly after news happened, sorry, that would really give you an idea of a good strategy to use. That might not happen all the time, but it might happen quite regularly. Now I could have taken a trade off this liquidity grab off of this bullish candle here, but the volume is looking pretty slow, so I'm going to leave it and not do that. So CPI is a news release. It happens once a month, and it usually creates a large amount of volatility in the market. So today is a good example. This hasn't really been news. We have got news at 7 o'clock today. Okay, we got the Fed Powell speech. Actually, let's have a look at what we got today. Is it CPI today? Anyway, so we've got these red folder news situations, and these always create large volatility in the markets, right? Um, dun, dun, dun. Hold on. Yeah, no. So what am I looking at? Yeah, so on the 14th next week is CPI. So yeah, it's not today. I don't know why I thought it was today. Where are you guys gone? There you are. Yeah, so basically it's a news release which causes large volatility in the markets, and then it will look something a bit like this, but it happens in a matter of moments rather than over a period of like 2 hours or whatever. Okay, I had a pullback to around break even on the GJ trade. That's fine. This area is still resisting quite heavily. You're welcome, no problem. So I'm just swapping back and forth real quick, just having a look at what's happening. Thing is now, price is probably going to be very, although we've had huge moves today, I feel that price is going to slow down now between now and 7 o'clock when this speech is going to be. But we'll have to wait and see. Getting some volume on gold coming back. So gold, the next thing we're going to watch for really on gold is this 20-minute candle. Yeah, gold just shot up for sure. Really, the 30-minute candle is what we're going to be looking at here on gold, and the 20-minute. Rohit, do you have any active trades to show? Yeah, so GJ, we're in a GJ trade here. Okay, this is an active trade. It's a low risk trade, but we're looking for price to push up into this clear range here. Okay, you can see this is minor support. Okay, which became resistance a couple of times. Even here, we broke through, retested it. We've just retested it now, but I had a setup on the lower time frames with this candle here. We had pulled back, which gave us a really low risk entry, which we took for 6 pips, and then we're looking for price to push up and break out this. And then you can see in the past, when price has been in this area before, we've shot through once, shot through again, showing a low traffic area. So if we can get into this area, then we can potentially push up into our TP there. So that's the trade look for GJ. If we get stopped out, is what it is. What is the best trading platform? I can't find any good ones. So it all depends on what you're going to be trading. Okay, 8cap is a very good one. It's the one that I use. They're an Australian-based company, very reliable, been around for forever. So 8cap is very good. Then Oanda is very good as well. Depending on where you live, though, they do have a you only get 1 to 30 leverage, which isn't always the best if you're trading with small amounts. So yeah, 8cap is a good one. If you want to check them out, hopefully you can make an account with them. You should be able to. So So I actually have already placed it. I'm already in this trade, and the reason why I got running for it again, I can give you the example of why we took the trade on oil, because we've got this bullish move here, a bearish indecision candle, and then a bullish move. Let me just get rid of my kill zones quick. Okay, we've broken out the high. We got the same situation here on the 15-minute, where we had a bullish move, obviously breaking out some resistance here. A bearish indecision candle, and then bulls came in and broke out the high. Now, in a normal situation, this would be my entry as we break out the high here. We had a pullback, okay, and as we were pulling back, I decided to take an entry with a low risk because my stop would normally be below this candle here. And then we're targeting up into this area up here, as I said a minute ago. It may not work out because obviously we are having a stall, because this is actually the Asia range. Okay, this grey area here is the Asia session from yesterday and this morning, and the highs have created resistance. So we do have an area here which is, for prices, just struggling to get through. So it was a bit of a low risk trade that I just decided to take because, you know, it looked pretty good. If we get stopped out, then it's really not that big a deal. But it followed my rules. It gave us an opportunity to take a low risk trade, so we've taken it. Okay, so 9 minutes left on the 30-minute candle for gold. If this candle can close out in this situation, we'll be looking for the next candle to break out the high, and we could potentially look up to target to this high volume cluster up here with liquidity above it. Oil has pushed down. I don't think we're going to find much on oil over the next little while, to be fair. We do have a situation here which is looking quite nice if we break out of this low, but we are at a high volume zone here, so don't know what we'll do here. Might just leave oil for a bit and just concentrate on gold and the GJ trade. I have an FOMC strategy as well. If any candle closes above or below the 30-minute candle, look for longs or shorts, vice versa. 100% win rate strat so far. That sounds pretty cool, man. That sounds pretty cool. I personally just stay away from the news. But the news, you know, some people do just trade the news and they do very well. And there is nothing wrong with that. So ideally here on the 30-minute on GJ, if this candle can close in this situation or close bearish, that may sound, well, obviously if we can flip up bullish and break out the high in the next 7 minutes, that would be great. But if this next candle can close bearish, basically if it looks like this, we can look for the next candle to maybe respect the low, okay, break out the high, and then that's going to give me a good indication of price pushing up. Oil has just... Now we've got a setup here, but I'm not going to take it because of this high volume area. If I draw in from high to low on this expansive move, you can see this is going to be a super high volume zone. But let's just have a look from low to high on this move. Point of control is going to be around here, yeah. I'm going to take this trade. I'll draw it in a second. Right. Simple stuff. We've got liquidity below here, okay, which has pushed up. Well, this is a high volume zone. Just going to draw in my stop loss. We do have the origin of this move down here with fair value gaps below. We can potentially look to grab a few pips here, even if we can get to like 200 pips or 20 pips, sorry, that would be great. So again, low risk trade here. Only low risk trading today because we had a pretty good day on our Top Step account yesterday. I'm trading my normal account today, and because of the market. I'm on a bit later on. I'm not on my perfect time of the day. We're just going to be trading very low risk trades. I can see that GJ is actually down at break even. Down, down, but down, down, ba da ba down. Okay, to minimize risk, I'm actually going to bring my stop just above this 3-minute candle, which created the break in structure. Okay, just to give a little bit of added risk management to our trade. So that's at 756. Because likely, if we do push up above this candle, it's going to continue flip up and create a top wick, which would on the 10-minute. See, it has no top wick, so we may as well just save a few pips here if we do get stopped out, which is looking likely. Not the best situation. I didn't like the look of it, but I took it because the volume came in quite quickly. I think we're going to get stopped out there. Yeah. Oh, not quite yet. Yeah, okay, we got stopped out there. That was pretty whack. Should have listened to my gut there and not taken that trade. But it was looking nice with the sell-off. So yeah, I think we've joined the party a little bit late today, and just not the best in timings for the market, to be honest. We've had all these moves. I've missed so many setups here. We've missed this beautiful one down here. We've missed this one down here. We've missed the volume from New York Open. And I think we're going to consolidate now until we get that 7 o'clock candles for, or 7 o'clock for the Powell speech. But there we go. Sometimes that's how it goes. Just realised I don't think you got any music on. There we go. Okay, so we've got 3 minutes now on this candle here for oil. I think it's going to be our best looking, not oil, sorry, on gold. Our best situation for continuation. So we're just going to watch gold now and see what we can get. The trade will look a little something like this potentially, where we can get up to this point and maybe take out this liquidity up here, which created this first expanse move down. Okay, this leg down, and obviously there's liquidity and stop loss above here and above here, because this is yesterday's Asia range, and they haven't come and taken that yet. They always come to like to take the Asia range high and low. This is a good example here, where price came up in London, took out the liquidity above the Asia high, then price came down, took out the Asia low, okay, and then price pushed up again. So another example here, okay, we took out the Asia low, then price sort of consolidated for the day. Then on the next day we had the Asia low here, which got taken out on that same day, but then they pushed price up, and this wick literally wicked above the top of the Asia high here before price pushed down. Okay, same thing happened here. We've got the Asia high, okay, price pushed up and out of London, took out the liquidity above the Asia high. It then turned around, came down, liquidity grabbed below, took the Asia low, and also liquidity off of that day's low as well, and then price pushed up. Alright, and then same thing again. The high got taken, price pushed up, and then the low got taken actually by the Asia range before price pushed up again. So we're now looking for price to really take out this high, and this high, which haven't been taken yet. So yeah. Alright, so GJ's pushed back up. We're back into profit, which is great. Again, 30-minute candle. What we're looking for here is price to close in 40 seconds in this situation. For the next candle to break out the high, that would be great. So I do actually want this candle to close bearish, even though we are in a bullish trade. Or at least in this sort of indecision manner would be great. 20 seconds left. We've also got the same situation happening on gold. So we're just going to watch these trades here. And then what I'd like to see now with GJ is for this to close. The next one's going to open any second now. Oh, look, it just closed bearish there. Okay, full indecision candle here. But bulls won this candle. So ideally, I'd like to see this candle push down a bit and then break out the high. If this candle breaks out the high, I'm going to bring my stop loss below this blue candle. I could already do that now, to be fair, but I'm going to wait for a second because we have the same situation as our entry. We could even enter a second position if we get up there. So this candle's new. And if it can come down, do what it needs to do down here, and then flip up bullish and break out the high. That's spot on. Let's go to gold. Gold is what we're going to look at because we're not actually in a trade here. I'm going to set an alert here so we know when the candle flips bearish, bullish. Now we're going to look at. Will you share when you place a trade on gold? Yeah, I'll place it on the. If I do place a trade, I will be placing it, and you'll see. But basically, we've got 30 minutes now on this candle, and we filled in that fair value gap that we had earlier. Okay, so we've got no fair value gap between here and here. We have got fair value gaps down here, but we are still bullish. Okay, if we go down to lower time frames, you can see we haven't had a change in character of the trend. To make a change in character of the trend, we'd have to break out of this low here. This is the most recent lower low of the 5-minute chart. So price would have to come down here, break out to here, and then that would become a change of character. So we are still in a bullish trend on gold. Okay. So going to lower time frames, is there anything that price needs to do? You can see that literally we've tapped into that top candle there and that candle there. Okay, so the fair value gap's been done there. There's not much for price to do unless we're going to make a change in character of the trend now. So we can look for price now to break up. And please lower the music on. Yeah, cool, no problem. Thank you for pointing that out. There we go. Hopefully that's not too loud now. Or I could just completely turn it off for you guys, to be fair. GJ has pushed down, and we've actually broken out the low of the candle here. So not looking favourable for this trade now. And in fact, we're not out until we're out. So we'll just leave this trade. And hopefully we can make it back on the gold trade. Yeah, so it hasn't been the best trading afternoon for me, to be honest. The last couple of streams have been really good, especially yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, that was a great session. No problem. Thank you for pointing it out. But once again, this candle is still only 26 minutes. Not even 4 minutes old. So unless we get full volume down here, and it just pushes down as a huge candle, we could flip up bullish from this point. But that might be wishful thinking. Excuse me. Okay, it's looking like we might get stopped out here on the GJ trade, and that's okay. But price wants to keep pushing back. We just got an alert on gold. This candle's flipping bullish now. So now we're just basically looking for this candle to gain some volume and break out the high of this candle. There's the volume, but we haven't quite got enough yet. Trade's going to look a little something like this. Not in the trade yet. We're going to wait to enter the trade. Okay. Now we just wait. Patience. Just patience. What's everyone up to at the moment then? Anyone like playing any video games or anything, doing anything fun? Where are you guys from? Who's in the chat? Where are you guys at? I'm in London. So London town. From India. Awesome, Rohit. Love that. Okay, let's have a. This is while we're waiting on gold. I'm going to set another alert, just so we're prepared. Let's just have a bit of analysis on oil here. I meant to say. Let's go to the 1 hour. So we are bearish on oil still. Okay. Although we've had a push up on the 1 hour. This is the most recent higher low. Okay, or lower high, sorry. I always get those things mixed up. My God. Lower high. Okay, you can see this lower high created this move down. Alright, and then that is the most recent lower low. Now we've had a short-term trend moving up here. But we never closed above on the 1 hour above this high. So we haven't actually changed the character and the trend of the 1 hour. So we are still on a downward trend for the 1 hour market. Okay, the 1 hour time frame. So we could still potentially get a trade going down to okay, so we're getting close now to our gold entry. If we break above that high, the gold entry is going to be valid. I can see that GJ is pushed up again as well, which is good. We're back into a little bit of profit. So I'm literally waiting for this candle just to break above that blue candle there. Doesn't look like he wants to do it just yet. But that's what we're waiting for, okay? Oi. Patiently waiting for price to do something. Right, going back to oil though, while we're waiting, because that's clearly doesn't want to do it just yet. Let's set another alert, because otherwise we're going to get... Alright, so this could be... Actually, we'll just stay here because of what I've seen here. We can see that this new candle on the 10 minute has opened up bearish with no top wick. So I anticipate this candle to flip bullish. There we go. And I would say in the next 10 minutes, if we're going to get our entry, it will be from this candle, I would say. Not certain. But it's still got plenty of its life left. It's flipped bearish, filled in a fair value gap here, and now we've just flipped bullish. So we could potentially get our entry from on the 30 minute from that recent 10 minute candle, which has just opened. But it could just come down here, to be fair. But we just have to wait and see. So we're waiting for this candle here to get broken. This big blue one. Which if we go to lower time frames, we can see is a range. So we wait. Okay, we just got an alert to say we're pushing up again, but we haven't got our entry yet. It's not really doing much. We just have to wait and see, guys. Patiently waiting for something to happen. Okay, getting a bit of volume now. The GJ trade is about break even still. We haven't been stopped out. It's kind of playing with our emotions a little bit, but we're just waiting for a potential entry on gold, which is getting ever closer. If this candle breaks out the high, then I'm going to enter a long on gold. The GJ trade is just kind of hovering around break even. Still got half this candle's life left yet, so yeah, just waiting patiently. Of course, we may not get the break, but at the same time, we may get the break as well. Okay, we're pushing up now. Ooh. Slowly getting closer. Okay, so we actually got a 5-minute price action set up here. We had one here. We've got another one here. So, interesting times. I'm poised. There goes the alert to say we nearly got there again. Put in another one. Pushing. There we go. Okay, there's the break. We've been triggered into the trade. Buy stops have been activated. And now we're looking for price to continue up. There we go. Entered into the trade. Now, with this trade, it's going to take a long time. Okay, this is a 30-minute candle, remember. So, you know, to get this move, it's been an hour and a half. We may get up there very quickly, but we're definitely looking to target now liquidity above this high. And at that point, I may look to take the profit out. But my stop loss is below the range here, or the indecision candle. We've broken out the high and looking for price to continue up to this area. Risking about what's that? That's 265 pips. So risking about 0.3% on the account on this trade. If we can get up to there, sorry, about 0.5% on the account on this trade. Yep. So if we can get up there, then we're going to be gaining 1% on the account, which would be sick. Now we wait, really. We've got a long time. We're having some pullback now. But we've got plenty of time before the news for the price to do its thing. Still, this GJ trade may as well just stop me out at this point, because it's just, you know, not really doing much. And I think we're probably about to get stopped out any second, to be fair. But there we go. That's the entry. There's the trade. Now we wait. Now we wait. Now I will be trading again. Sorry, will I be live streaming again tomorrow? Yes, I will be live streaming again tomorrow from 11 AM UK time. And we're going to be trading the Top Step account again, where we've got the trades on the trades will be on the chart here. A bit of a pullback now, but that's okay. This sometimes does happen with this setup. If though we get lost out here, then I will end the stream, because it has been pretty whack today. We're still up overall on our account, but yeah. It's been not the best day. Ideally, I would have liked to got on earlier today, because we've missed so many great opportunities on, especially gold and oil. There's so many great opportunities on the lower time frames in this move, which we could have caught after consolidation this morning. But it is what it is. We're getting a real big pullback now. sometimes just have one of those days. And today could be the day that we have one of those days, to be honest. But let's see. If you watch yesterday's video that came out, yesterday's video, we had a great little trading session yesterday afternoon. Actually, it was about this time that we jumped on yesterday afternoon, but we didn't have news potentially gaining, so that might be the thing. Yeah, today might be one of those days. But anyway, we're not over till we're over. It's not over till it's over. But hopefully you guys, if you are trading, you're putting in good risk management, you're not over risking, and you shouldn't be bothered if you lose a trade, because if you're bothered if you lose a trade, then you're not going to be a successful trader, because that's part of the game. We're all going to lose, but we just got to figure out a way for us to beat the market and find a good way to win. Okay, this GJ trade's really doing bits, right? Nearly came down again to our stop loss, but now we've pushed back up to break even. We'll just have to see what happens. I'm very unconfident in this trade now. I took it with a low risk opportunity, which it is. It's only 6 pips. It's very low risk for a potential large gain. Pushing back into a little bit of profit now. And obviously this area there's a reason why I've chosen this area for my stop loss, and you can see that is a area of high resistance. Okay, if you look to the left here, we've got this resistance which then broke through and now it's become support. Now hopefully we can continue becoming support, break through this, and then we can get up to here. It's unlikely this trade is going to complete if it does continue up on stream, but it might. I'm going to be here for a little while longer. We're pushing into profit now, which is good. Gold's not looking favorable currently. I mean, really not favorable, to be honest. God, that is an awful set. That is very rare that happens, where we just get an absolute pullback like that from that setup. But as I say, there's a reason why we have our stop down here. Even the 4-hour gave us a beautiful opportunity. You see this similar thing, right? So you see this bullish move, then we had this bearish indecision candle like we were waiting for on gold. We then broke out of that, and look at the amount of movement we had from that setup there. It's exactly the same thing. We never really had a bottom wick, and we just broke out and we just absolutely rocketed up. Now that's what happens very regularly, and that's why this strat's very good. I can see here maybe we'll have a setup on the 8-hour as well. We did. You see this 8-hour bullish move, bearish indecision, broke out the low, and then we get volume coming into the downside. I could find you another one. There's another one there. There will be another one somewhere else. There's one there. We got bearish indecision, broke out the high, price pushed up. This is on the 8-hour candle, guys. I can go all the way down to the 1 minute, and I'll find you some. There's one there, broke out, continued down. There's one there, broke out, pushed up. There'll be one there on the 3 minute. Is that going to be the 3 minute? Oh, I've lost where I was, but let's go to the 5 minute. One there with a liquidity grab off the bottom. One there with a liquidity grab. Then this one that we were trying to get earlier with the sell off for oil, which we missed. That's a shame. One here, beginning of Asia range. There's one here, bearish indecision. Bearish candle, bullish indecision, broke out the low. There's one here, broke out the low, pushed down. There's one here, bullish candle, bearish indecision. Now this is identical to what we're looking at right now on gold, right? We've got that bullish move, same looking candle. We've pushed down almost to stop out and then broken out the high, and then prices pushed up. And again, there's one there as well. So let's go and have a look at what we've got. Have we been stopped out? Oh God, yes we have. Right, well, gold's not done us well today. You can see what we were looking for. Same thing. Bullish move, bearish indecision. Prices just kind of, yeah, one of those days today, unfortunately. Therefore, I'm probably going to end the stream soon because it's nearly 5 o'clock. I'm going to see how this trade goes, and we can come back to the charts tomorrow for hopefully a better day. But today has not been a kind day to us on the trading front. Yeah, see you tomorrow, man. Unfortunately, not the best day, but we will be back tomorrow about 11 AM UK time, and we're going to catch some pips and do a lot better. Just quickly before we go though, you can see this opportunity down here. We got two opportunities: bullish move, bearish indecision, broke out the high, price then pushed up. We also had this one here, so we're looking for that exact same situation, but this 30-minute setup did not want to do it for us this afternoon, which is a shame. But there we go. Alright guys, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Check out the videos on the channel, give us a like and subscribe and all that. I'll see you soon. Peace.